Hi, my name is Matt Hartnell, and welcome to Module 1 of DrumTunes. In this module we'll be looking at some different ways of responding to common rhythms within Western music, using a number of backing tracks, all free to download. A very important part of playing drums is the ability to accentuate and respond to different parts within the music. Drummers will often use a fill leading up to a key hit position in the bar. This is called a setup. Backing tracks in this module include hit positions for every quarter and eighth note hit, so you can systematically learn how to set up these common rhythmic positions in both straight and swung time fills. Whilst playing along to your favourite tracks is great practice, playing to these drumless backing tracks ensures you'll cover all the quarter and eighth note hit position possibilities. That's not to say you can't use other note values like 16th notes or 8th note triplets. Try everything you can think of with these tracks. The tracks also act as a platform for you to practice staying tightly in time at a deliberately slow tempo. Most breaks in the music are without a click, so you can practice coming in right on the beat. When you feel comfortable playing with all the hit position tracks, try playing along to some of the full-length music tracks for some faster tempos and a variety of quarter and eighth note hits. You can even post your rendition on our YouTube page where you'll get feedback. Obviously, this is no substitute for a good drum tutor, but it is a learning resource which I hope will accelerate your progress in a creative way. If you're unfamiliar with common rhythmic terms and notation, ask your tutor or try reading up. The A-B Guide to Music Theory is a popular book which should get you started. Also, a good grasp of your rudiments will really help you to articulate your ideas throughout this module, so make sure you've got a handle on all 40 of them. So now I'm going to give you some ideas on how you can use the 8 backing tracks you'll find in this section. As I've mentioned, the hit position tracks here allow you to practice setting up and accenting different rhythmic notes within the bar. They work like this. Each track is a 4-bar loop. The first bar is time, the second bar features the hit position as a short stab, the third bar is time, and the fourth bar features the hit position as a held note for the remainder of the bar. All the tracks are in 4/4 time, as it's the most common time signature, but luckily any ideas you develop whilst you're playing along to these tracks can be transferred to other time signatures.
Let me demonstrate the first hit position for you. Hit on 1 is the first quarter note of the bar in a straight time feel. So that's the most simple way of approaching the hit position tracks. Now let's try setting up that hit position with a tom or a snare hit the quarter note before. Now let's try some eighth note fills into the hit.
Try exploring more subdivisions, for example 16th notes, 16th note triplets, 32nd notes, and even less common subdivisions, maybe 8th note quintuplets. You'll find some sound more fitting than others, but it's worthwhile experimenting with everything to find the sounds you like. Remember to incorporate your rudiments to try and make your playing more fluid. of the same setup ideas can be applied to the swung tracks too. Swung in this case means that any eighth notes you play become tripletized. So this becomes. So the use of eighth note triplets in these swung tracks usually sounds the most appropriate. Here's the swung hit on one. I won't demonstrate all the tracks in this module, but any ideas I have shown or that you develop can be transferred to all the other tracks if you adjust where you start setting up the hip position. Here's a couple of ideas for the other tracks. When you've exhausted all the possibilities of setting up the hip positions, you can use any breaks in the music as an opportunity for a short solo, or you can even try a full-on solo around the hits. As it's just practice, it's okay to explore any solo ideas you can think of, even if they sound a bit strange with the track. You might find you have the tendency to speed up or slow down during your solo break as you're focusing hard on your chops, so the track should train you to stay in time. Here's a couple of solo ideas. So that's about it for the quarter note hit position tracks. Don't forget to use the chart PDFs when you're playing along to those tracks, just to try and visualise exactly which beat in the bar you're trying to illuminate with your playing. The next section will demonstrate how to use the eighth note hit position tracks.